folks, good evening. Welcome to the second part of Season 8. Today we're going for a speedy circuit. We go to Italy, to the Temple of Speed, to Monza. And next week we're staying in Italy, just hop over to Imola for an exciting sprint race for round number 10. Now let's go for some track figures. Today we have 27 laps in total, 11 corners, 7 to the right, 4 to the left, track length of 5.7 kilometers and the total race distance of 156 kilometers. The current Emerald track record from Sumuku out of Season 6 is a 1:24.61. As always, we're gonna have a quick look to the driver standings. We see the McLaren of Solti is leading more or less comfy with 139 points ahead of Berra and the Red Bull. On P3 we have the Haas of Degeret, on P4 the first Aston Martin of Aroble, P5 Spaghetti in the first Ferrari, then we have the second Haas of Yo-Yo on P6, on P7 the V-Carb with Tomasito, on P8 Wolfrin in the Williams, on P9 Nawaf, reserve driver at the moment, and on P10 we have the second Aston Martin of Sumuku. Let's also have a quick look to the team standings. We see it's very tight here between McLaren on P1 and Haas. They are only separated by 1 point, 165 points, versus 164 points. On P3 we have Red Bull, on P4 Ferrari, P5 Aston Martin, P6 Williams, P7 Alpine, P8 V-Carb, Alka Racing Bulls, P9 we have Mercedes, and on P10 we have Kick Sauber. Yeah, now let's go for some serious stuff. Let's go for a speedy circuit. Let's go for the Temple of Speed of Monza. Well, as in last race, well, not last race, in race, Monza race last season 7. It's again a wet race, at least for the qualifying. We just see now Berra sliding around. So Berra is the first man on track here in Monza. The Temple of Speed. Nobody behind, let's see the front. Well, Berra suffered last time out when we had a rain race. Not sure, was it Japan? Maybe it's going better now today in Monza. Let's see. And as you can see, we have today's 17 drivers, 20 drivers announced, 3 drivers are missing. But nice to have a little bit more drivers on board here in the MRL. On the Monday evening cruise. So the first man to set a time is Berra with a 1:29.499. Everybody a little bit slower. Let's go to meet the returning of the double champion, Emerald champion. He won twice the driver championship and also twice the team championship alongside Solti. So it's the return of the big master. The Italian driver driving the Italian Grand Prix here in Monza. Let's see what he can achieve. Currently P2. A little bit more than 2/10 slower than Berra. Also back on the grid we have GDA. He missed some races because of the internet connection. Let's see the ride of the current champion. Spaghetti in the Ferrari. Let's have a quick look to Yo-Yo. He has a purple sector 1, green sector 2. Is he able to go for pole? Yes and no. Currently P3. Let's go back to Spaghetti's ride. Wow, big moment here. So we do see also the Rainmaster Yo-Yo is struggling a little bit with the conditions. A half a second behind the pole time. Barra looks very strong today. Let's go to Samuku. He's driving right behind his teammate, Arobla. Is he getting some slipstream? Hey Psy Nelson, welcome back to the stream. Samuku now in the Parabolica. The final turn on this amazing track, high-speed track. Where is Samuku ending up? Going for P6 currently. 1.5 seconds slower than the time of Barra. What a time from Barra again. Degret invalidated, but he's going for another run. He's driving the intermediate tires. Let's go to Wolfrin. He's driving the full wet tires. Also in the Parabolica, very careful on throttle. Yeah, weather is getting better. We have a storm and in 15 minutes it's dry, so maybe we see some hot laps. Well, the qualifying lasts only 10 minutes left, and in 15 minutes we do have yeah, blue sky and sunshine. I'm not sure if we see some dry tire runnings out there, but we never know. Let's go to Ripster. Well, we do have 18 drivers on the grid, 2 missing. And we just missed the fastest lap from mid back to P1 as usual for him. We see also Barra has a green sector 1 and a purple sector 2. These drivers with the fastest lap times are going for the intermediate tires. Picard and Frank Tank are having some troubles. Maybe they had some contact. Picard gets a 5-place grid penalty. And let's see Barra. Green sector 1, purple sector 2. What can he achieve at the end of sector 3? Is he jumping for pole? Yes, a very close one again. 800 separate P1 and P2, and also Yo-Yo is not too far away. And we also see that Degret jumped up there to position 4. Who else is on the charge? We see Roble has 2 green sector times, so he is improving for sure. Unless he's fucking up the last sector, but looks pretty good. He's still on the full wet tires. What can he achieve on these tires? he jumps up to P6, but I think it's definitely worth to change to intermediate tires. As you can see, more or less the half of the grids are on intermediate tires. We also see the top 5 positions, yeah, drive on intermediate tires. Let's go quickly to Tomasito. Already a Grand Prix winner here in the Amaral. The new driver came into this season. Very fast driver, having a very good pace. And is able to fight the big boys here in the league. Green sector 1. 2/10 slower than Berra. Purple sector 2. Down to the Parabolica. A little lift and then more or less full throttle down to the finish line. Is he able to jump up to the podium positions? Yes, he's going for P2. Only 11 thousandths of a second separate now P1 and P2. And 700ths behind Tomasito we have Myth in the McLaren. Now we see also Spaghetti is improving. He's still on his wet tires. Now let's quickly go to Iron Gamer. He also returned after a long absence. He's back in the mix on the intermediate tires. He's driving his RB AKV carb to P5. Now let's go back to Spaghetti. The same turn. Again the Parabolica. It jumps up only 1 position, staying on P7 at the moment. Let's go quickly to Frank Tank. He's throwing his Alpine through the corners. Completely different driving style as any other driver. Different braking approach, maybe pushing a little bit more brakes. Waiting a little bit longer to go on throttle. But he's surely improving. Question is, how much is he improving? He's going for P9. Have a look on the hot lap from GDA in the Williams. I don't think that we can see a lot on the outside. There's the Mercedes following GDA here. They only one Mercedes driver. Beautiful entry. The exit isn't too nice, but let's see. Can he jump up a little bit more to the top positions? Yes, P6. Also, Osman said that improved now on P12. And no time on the board for time being for Nawaf. But yeah. There's still close to 3 minutes left in the qualifying. And Myth is going again for an even faster lap. It's crazy, 1.2 seconds faster than Barra. But also Barra is on a hunt, the purple sector 1. Only 300s faster than Myth in the McLaren. Yeah, Barra did anywhere a mistake somewhere, I should say, and now we go for a Roble. A Roble now also on the intermediate tires is improving 2 green sector times. Jumping up to P6, but now let's go for Nawaf. Is sitting in the Red Bull today. Needed a little bit to lift there because of the other driver, but I don't think that he will end up that last here on P18. Currently P11. See a purple sector time from Yo-Yo in the Haas. Purple sector 1, green sector 2, and behind we have also his teammate. Green sector 1, purple sector 2. So the Haas team look very strong. These two are going side by side over the start finish line, and it's pole position time. Yes, what a time from Yo-Yo and Degaret. Even with the troubling stuff Degaret had, but he achieved to be on P3 currently. Who else is fast on track? A Roble, 2 green sector time. 20 seconds left. Not too many drivers are able to go for another run, for a last run. Let's stick with Aroble here. Sumuku retiring. Currently sitting on position 11. Let's go quickly to Myth in the McLaren. Green sector 1, purple sector 2, easy going at his return date to the podium, top position for the qualifying session. Top 3, front row. Currently, yes, easy going for P1, yes, a 127.015. Also a Roble fast in the mix here, let's go to him. Currently provisional pole for Myth in the McLaren, then Yo-Yo on P2, Degaret on P3. Nice result again from the Haas team. Where is a Roble ending up? Can he jump up the order? Yes, he's going for P3. Now let's go for Navaf. We go to Tomasito. He jumps up to P3. And Navaf, the last man driving here. What can he achieve? Is he jumping up? No, he stays on P7. Well, that's the qualifying result for the Italian Grand Prix, the Temple of Speed in Monza here. It's Myth, the return of the Italian driver in the McLaren. Yeah, why not going for P1 in the qualifying session? Then we have another very good result for Yo-Yo on P2. Then Tomasito in the V-Carb on P3. Solti on P4. Aroble 5. Then we have Degaret on P6. Navaf on P7. Barra 8. Iron Gamer. Akan Nordling on P9. Then we do have Spaghetti on position 10, P-Car 11, Wolfrin 12, GDA only drove the wet tires on P13, Zomuku P14 also only on the wet tires, then Frank Tank on P15, Osman Sedat on 16, then 17 Gian Bartolomeo, and Ripster rounding up the grid on P18. Looks like we don't have any rain here. At least no rain for the start, but we never know. As you know, we're in the second half of the season now, with race number 9. Next week we're heading to Imola, also an Italian circuit, yeah, well-known track. Ayrton Senna lost his life there. Yes, they can. They can change the tires. Also, if it's dry, they can go for wet tires and vice versa. Sometimes there is fun driving sessions. The drivers take intermediates and drive in a dry condition. So now let's see what we just need one more click to see the driver choice, the tire choice the drivers made. The driver chose the tires made, okay. Anyway, we have many medium runners out there. 2 drivers on hard touch, Baguette and Gian Bartolomeo. Then we have soft tire choice from Ripster on P18, and we see we have Wolpress just joined the session for the race, so only 1 driver missing today. More or less a full grid. Nice one to have it. Well, if you have any recommendations from which position you like to see the start, just let me know, quickly let me know. Otherwise, normally I go for position between P3 and P6. I don't think we saw a start from the POV from Tomasito, so let's stick with him. P4. So let's go to Salty. The inside line for the McLaren down to turn 1. Hopefully there is no carnage. 4 lights, 5 lights. Let's go, push. Let's go with a beautiful start for Tomasito. Not a very good start for Salty. Also Arogle overtook him. Let's see the front here. Something happened. We saw Barra spinning around. Was it Barra? No, it was Navaf. And we see Myth already, or still leading the Grand Prix ahead of Yo-Yo. Tomasito stays on P3. Arogle, yeah, gained some positions. We sadly see the leader of the driver championship, Salty, on P18. Is he having any damage? Yes, we see many drivers with damage. We have on P7. We have Para with front wing damage as well. GDA, Picard. Then we have Gianbartolomeo. Degret also has front wing damage, and then finally Solti as well. Let's quickly go to him. Not the best start to his Italian weekend or his Italian evening here. You see on the left hand side his wing is broken. I'm pretty sure he's going into pit. Better sooner than later, and we have a leader after lap 1. It's a McLaren. It's Mid, the Italian driver, leading the Italian Grand Prix. Do we see any drivers going into pit? Yes, we have. Picard went into pit. Everybody else left out. Well, Solti came in as well. There are many position changes here, and maybe some carnage. What happened there? Can't be everywhere. Many fights are going on. The car of Ripster is ghosted. Now he's back on track. They have 3-second time penalty for Frank Tank. Beautiful fights there. Hopefully fair. Not too hard, but fair. Wow. Wolpress driving for the glory. Let's see his position changes. He gained 7 positions now. Ripster gained 9 positions. Now we saw Nabaf off track in the Red Bull. Lots of action here. Only 11 turns, but yeah, in the back we saw something from Sumuku spinning into the wall. And Yo-Yo is pushing. Is he going for an overtake at the end of the main straight? No, yeah, he overtook. Why I'm saying no. After 8 races, I should know the colors of the teams and the drivers who are in there. But anyway, now we have Yo-Yo leading the Grand Prix. Hopefully has no problems with his gear, or better said, the game. Last time out, last races, he always had some problems with his game. I of course must say that retiring from the session, is it the safety car or virtual safety car? 3 seconds for multiple warnings for Wolf Press. Don't see any overtakes in front, so let's go a little bit more to the back. See in front, now I've just overtook Ripster in the Ferrari. And here maybe Degaret is going for an overtake attempt on Volpress, not yet. It works better than on other tracks. The most horrible helicopter camera was on, was it in Brazil? Horrible, horrible. Let's quickly go to Gianbartolomeo. Let's sit in driver's view. They see this one. ...200 kilometers an hour through that corner in front the car. Now he's pressing the overtake button. He's going for an overtake on GDA. Quickly to position 3 as Tomasito pretty close to Yo-Yo. If yellow flags in sector 1, that means nobody is allowed to overtake in the respective sector. In this case it's sector 1. No safety car for time being. And some carnage somewhere in the midfield. We're missing a lot today. Barra is going straight on. Pardon me, guys. Ah! Ay, ay, ay. Oh! Help! Looks like it's not the race of Barra today. A scary moment for the other drivers if you see a car the wrong way around on the road, on the track. Now back to the top position. Remains more or less the same. We have a massive 8.4 seconds gap between position 4 and position 5. The Ferrari from Spaghetti driving on the hard tires, the rest in front, everybody on the medium tires. So Spaghetti can go longer into the race, and at the end he has the better and faster tires. So maybe we see a little attack moment from Spaghetti later on in the race, but let's see if there is a safety car. Everything is changing quickly here on this track because it's such a fast and narrow track for overtaking attempt. Of course you have plenty of space, but if you drive close to 300 kilometers an hour, it's always very difficult to be careful on the steering input. And if you go a little bit off track here, you see here you have everywhere grass or gravel traps, except here in the Parabolica and on the main street. But we see again some fighter ongoing between Wallpress and Ripster. Wallpress already 6 seconds. Do we see an overtake now from Yo-Yo? No. Not into turn 1. You need to be clearly ahead of the other driver to finish the overtake. Otherwise there will be surely some carnage and damage to the car. Let's go quickly through the field to the smaller gaps we see here. Gian Bartolomeo is fighting with Wolfrin. Wolfrin currently on P12. Just in front of Wolfrin we have his teammate who returned today to the Italian Grand Prix. Second Lesmo turn. Yeah, you're right, Psy Nelson. Helicopter camera looks good today. Let's go quickly a little bit more in front to Wallpress. Just behind Degret. Looks like he's going for the outside for the overtake. Slight contact there between him and Degret. Degret lost some traction, lost a little bit the momentum, went on the grass, now finishing up on P10. So Wallpress is driving out the solos of him. He's He already gained 11 positions and Reapster gained 9 positions. We have Barra with a 121.780, the fastest lap for time being. We'll see for sure later on a little bit faster ones. As you know, the fastest track, just give you the data. I'm searching again for some words today. So currently Somuku is yeah, the chief of the track record here in Monza. .461 for Somuku. Just quickly show you the driver standings, not the driver, the team standings. You see it's pretty close between McLaren and Haas. Only one, really 1 point separate these two teams on P1 and P2. Have a quick look to GDA, how his race is going. Just behind him, maybe Gianbartolomeo is overtaking him. Whoa. Close to moving on the brake and pushing maybe a little bit Gianbartolomeo wide there. I use some GDA statistics. Race number 47 for him. He already won 2 races. He's not too bad driver. Yeah, I'm pretty... well, since a long time here in the league. Pretty long time. Of course there are others who are over 100 races in the MRL. That's only a few drivers in the MRL. Now Spaghetti is going for an overtake on Navas. As you know, everybody loves statistics. We have here a team comparison between Spaghetti, the one-time MRL champion, and Ripster, his teammate. As I said, there are only a few drivers in the MRL who attended more than 100 races. These two drivers, Spaghetti and Ripster, are some of them. Let's go quickly for the weather update. Is there any rain approaching? Yes or no? No, it's no rain expected. Oh, Novov went wide there, and of course Spaghetti went through. But he's carrying on with a 3-second time penalty. And the crazy driver Tomasito is going for E2 currently. Just overtook Yo-Yo on the main straight down to turn 1. Prima variante. Now he's going for a hunt to Mattia Akamith. Already a 3-second gap between P1 and P2. Just a quick update on the tires. We see, yeah, Reepster just pitted. Then we have some drivers like Picard, Berra, Frank Tank and Salty who pitted earlier in this race. They surely not go to the end with these tires. Picard, Gianbartolomeo and Berra maybe, as well Ripster, but surely not Frank Tank and Salty. They're hoping and praying for a safety car. 3.4 seconds now, the gap between Myth and Tomasito. Now let's go to Wolfring, fighting for positions here in the pack. Between position 8 to 11. 3-second time penalty for Tomasito. It's pretty not ideal, but yeah. We just saw 2 drivers came into pit. 3 drivers. Quickly go to them. That's Daggerat jumping on hard tires. WordPress as well on hard tires. And Gianbartolomeo changing the front wing and is going for medium tires. So he goes for a 2-stop strategy. Later on surely on the soft rubber. And again, WordPress. This time he's not fighting forgot the name of the other driver. This time he's fighting the Alpine driver Picard. What happened in front? We have 5.2 seconds gap between Myth and Aroba. Looks like something happened there. No, we see Yo-Yo went into pit as well, Tomasito. Both drivers are coming out directly behind each other. Ay ay ay. Ghosting on. We have hard tires on both cars. They come back to track now on position 7 and 8. The 2 Williams drivers just swapped the positions. Barra with a 1:21.759 fastest currently. Extra point for him. And Yo-Yo on the outside with the fresh rubber. He's overtaking Wolfring. Wall press, 3 seconds time penalty. And Myth came in as well to change his tires. He's surely going for the hard tires. Oh, close driving between Yo-Yo and GDA with the better end, of course, for Yo-Yo, because GDA wanted to go into pit. Let's go quickly to turn 1. Tomasito overtaking Yo-Yo, pushing him a little bit wide there, but nothing serious happened. Let's see again the position changes. And the pit stops. We need to have Wolfring, Aroba, Spaghetti and Novaf in the pit. 12 laps to go. Yo-Yo forced to go to the outside. But yeah, luckily he finished his move and returns back to P5. Moving now in the pit. Changed onto half tires. Have a nice and tidy group here. So GDA fighting with... Oh, there was a rear end. A car went wide there. Was it Picard? A little bit hard fighting here. And Miff the fastest at the moment, the 121. 461 on his board. Now of course he's pushing. Warcraft is pushing as well. He's a little bit cooling his engines by not driving behind GDA. Now he's also pushing a little bit Ferrari for Ripster, and Ripster is using him as a ramble. Very unlucky that one. Maybe we see something. Maybe we see something from not Walkers, from Tomasito. I think these two drivers are having a lot of fun with each other here on track. Three seconds for Iron Gamer. Let's go quickly to the two-time champion Myth. Just want to show you some statistics of him. Some crazy statistics. 76th race. You see the amount he won, how many top 3s, how many podiums he had, how many top 5. And yeah, only 4 times he didn't finish in the top 10. Crazy statistics. Crazy. Crazy statistics for a crazy driver. We gotta have a 10-second time penalty for speeding in pit lane for Novov. Not his race today. Walpress and Gian Bartolomeo are getting as well some time penalties for these two drivers as well, 3 seconds each. We have Walpress retiring, and now, yes, now it's a time to press the button. Let me check. We have a new dashboard, and yeah, we know Samuku have been last time out in Monza. He found something that looked like a safety car dash, and yeah, he took it at home. Now, as the game is fucked up with the safety car announcement, we just thought we'd bring in this one, and Samuku is, until the game has fixed stuff with the safety car announcement, Somuku is the safety car boy here in the Emerald. Why not? So everybody's going into pit. I think, yeah, it's time for soft tires. Robler went for soft tires. Myth went for medium tires as well, Spaghetti. And we have behind Yo-Yo as well on the soft tires. Tomasito, soft tires too. Navaf and soft tires, yeah. Well, he's going into pit again to serve his time penalty. Yeah, let's wait and see what's the outcome after the safety car. Who is where positioned? Yeah, a rather lucky man in front with soft tires leading the Grand Prix. Is having Spaghetti behind. Beautiful strategy of him. And then we have the two-time champion Myth behind the champion of last season. Only some points separated Myth and Spaghetti in the last race, at the end of the last race of season 7. Was a little bit a freak show, the last races, but funny. And there are some good news for Salty. He can go to the end of the field. Then maybe gain some positions. And finally maybe having some points at the end of the race. Yeah, at least the graphics are good. Sumuku. By the way, just to show, we also have a VSC version of it. But let's go back to the correct one. It's safety car now. Is Salty able to catch up the field? Not sure if the safety car is going for another lap or not. Maybe yes, maybe no. There's a 45, yeah, let's say 50 seconds gap between him and the group. We need to chase down. By the way, cheers guys. While it's safety car, it's always good to have some beer and yeah, just relax. See the beautiful cars out there. Did we miss the restart? No, it's not a restart yet. So the safety car is going for another lap. And I'm going off again. So there's a chance of Salty to catch up to the end of the field and then gain some positions. what is the usage of the tires is saying. We have some drivers with 3% of usage of the tires. That's Tomasito on P5. The rest has 0% usage, or yeah, 1, 2 or 3%. There are only two drivers which have a little bit more used tire, close to 5%. I don't think that Salt is pushing, but it's yeah, boring. There are not too many corners, so you can catch up, but not too fast, not as fast as on other tracks. Now the safety car is coming in this lap. Get prepared to remove the beautiful graphic. Let's go to the start of... Yeah, let's stay on this view here. Oh, let's go for the onboard from Myth to see how a champion is warming up his tires for the last 5 laps. So we have a 5-lap race now. Our Robla already went. Ah, no, 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 you need to wait, you need to wait. Now Myth need to wait to let Spaghetti overtake, otherwise he gets a time penalty, or should get a time penalty. He went too early. Maybe there was a little bit of a game between Spaghetti and Myth, but luckily now we see a Roble 1.3 seconds gap already to Yo-Yo. Then we have 1 second between Yo-Yo and Myth, and then a close one between the other drivers. Tomasito on 4, Spaghetti on 5, Navaf on 6, and Bear on 7, and so on. This is the closest part of the race, I think, as we have only 5 laps to go. Yeah, amazing 5 laps, hopefully. Wow! There was one between Picard and Gian Bartolomeo. Let's go to the action again, to position 9 to Ripster. Maybe he's going for an overtake onto GDA. We have a 121, a 161 from Roble. And from we saw Navaf overtaking Spaghetti and Wolfing overtaking Ripster on this group here. Too wide there between Degret and Ripster for position 10. As you know, we still hand out points until position 12. So only Salty, Frank Tank and Picard are driving without points at the moment. We missed that one. Myth overtook Yo-Yo. 3 seconds for GDA at this late stage of the race. This will hurt for sure, because the drivers are so close to each other. This will spoil him back to somewhere. And with now within a second of a Roble Nava for 120.842. Just want to show once again the lap record from Sunoco. It's a 1:20. 4:61. Still the fastest here in Monza, Sunoco. Looks like Myth has an amazing pace. Well, he has already 2 warning as well. Yo-Yo behind and Roble has no warning at the moment. What is going on there on position 5, 6, 7? Beautiful camera angles here. What a close driving from these drivers. Now Barra on the inside. Wow, what an overtake from Barra. Can he hold on to this? Yes, he holds on, and now Barra on P5, back in the mix for a podium here in the race. Wow. I mean, surely the overtake of the race here. Can Yo-Yo survive against the other drivers behind? Well, everybody in front has 3 seconds time penalty. Just need to be close to the car in front. Then he's mating, ending up in position 4. It's needed for the Haas team if they want to fight for the team championship. Just show you again, that's only the top 2 teams are only separated by 1 point. So McLaren still leading. Haas on P2. But in this case we maybe just missed out again a little touch between Yo-Yo and another driver. I think it was Wolfring. Haven't saw it correctly. What a close fight here between these drivers. They're going 5 wide, 4 wide into turn 1. What a bomb from Gian Bartolomeo. A little bit of carnage there. Are you crazy, guys? Relax, relax. We are in the final lap. Now it counts. Nawaf has a good pace. He will end up on the podium if nothing spectacular happens. If he can survive, and we see, maybe an easy Monday evening drive for Myth, the 2-time champion, returning today. Italian driver returning to Monza, the Temple of Speed, the Grand Prix of Italy. Yes, it's Myth in the McLaren. Now we see Myth through the parabolic at the last turn. He is winning. As I said, the Italian driver returning after some missed races, returning to the top step of the podium to P1. Then we're gonna have a Roble on P2. Nawaf, again a podium for him, a nice result for the Red Bull team, better on P4. Tomasito on 5, Yo-Yo ending up on P6, then we're gonna have Ripster. Salty on P8, Wolfring on 9, Degaret on 10, then on 11 GDA. I'm gonna have Spaghetti on P12, P13 for Frank Tank, and the last man driving now in the Parabolica, out of the Parabolica down to the start finish line. It's Picard ending up on P14. What a race! Again, crazy race, some crazy overtakes. Some crazy action out there. But yeah, that's racing. That's sim racing. So the result again, we have Myth on P1 with the fastest lap, and it's a track record. I just see it now, maybe he achieved it in the last lap. That's why it has gone under, so he's the new track record holder here in Monza 10. Then we have on P2 Arola, P3 Navav, P4 Berra, P5 Tomasito, Yo-Yo on 6, Ripster 7, Salty 8, Wolfrin 9, Degret 10, 11, GDA 12, Spaghetti 13. We have Frank Tank and 14 Picard. The other drivers DNF'd. So let's go quickly through the incidents. Let's see if the lap is valid from Myth. I think it was in the last lap. No warnings for him, so it might be valid. Yeah, what a race. What are your thoughts on this race? Yeah, in this case, we go quickly to the interviews. Let's see if they are ready. This. And now off again, a podium again, P3.
Again, yes.
Why not?
Yeah.
Did you like the race? Was it a little bit not too much carnage out there?
It was carnage, lap 1 for me at least. The car ahead of me broke so early, and I had to spin myself so I don't hit it. Yeah, and I went all the way back to being last on the grid. And then finishing on the podium is a nice recovery.
Sure. Did you had also front wing damage there in lap 1?
I know it was green, so maybe it was light green.
Many drivers had some front wing damage. I couldn't count them all. I think it has been 6 or 7 drivers with front wing damage, and yeah, I just went through all names. I thought your name was on the list as well, but not too serious. Otherwise, you felt something. But yeah, nice.
Yeah, it was a bit under
Okay, then maybe you had damage.
Yeah, I added wings and the pit stop bumped it by 5.
But nice drive from your side. Yeah, no time penalties.
Yes,
Man.
which I gained 2 positions because of that.
Yeah, that's the way how to drive. Stay on the track and don't take any risk of time penalties. But sometimes you prefer to go through full throttle and then a little bit off track, getting a warning. But anyway, you achieved a nice podium. Next race is again in Italy, it's Imola. Again, the same question. You like it?
I like Imola.
More than this one?
One of my favorite. Yes, more than Monza. Monza is by far my least favorite track.
So we're gonna see again a podium for you next week. Do a little pressure on you.
I'm trying to win. I can't win.
For the time being, you didn't win the league, but I'm sure your time will come soon. Maybe already in next race, and then we have some exciting races ahead of us. Yeah, what's your favorite track for the rest of the season? So we have Imola next, and we have Qatar, Singapore, Barcelona, Bahrain, Portugal, and Austin.
Well, it's either my home track, Bahrain, or Imola. It's one of those two.
So we're gonna see a win from you on Imola or in Bahrain. Let's see. Keep fingers crossed, and thank you for driving.
Definitely Bahrain. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. See you next week. Take care, Nava. Bye-bye.
See you next week. You too.
So we know what it's, who to beat in Imola as well in Bahrain. So now let's go for the driver we have. Very often we have Arobla very often here in the interview, and again a podium, again a P2.
Yeah, it's like my favorite position, isn't it?
Well, I think it's a position you ended up most in the league. I think there is no other position.
Yeah, that's what I
Position
mean.
3 or 2 you're finishing very often. Once in top position on P1. What about next week, Imola?
Imola, I really like that track. I really love Imola. So, yeah, I'm looking forward. Hopefully I'm here. I don't know if I will be. Hopefully I will.
You will try your best. Anyway.
Yeah.
What about today's race?
Yes.
Any info from your side? Any insights we haven't saw on stream or? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I started P5, P6, I think it was. Pretty clean start. I got a tap from Salty in turn one, but I kept it together. And then obviously it was just the front four. Everyone had a big gap behind, obviously because of what happened with Chris as well. So yeah, it was just about staying in the train. I mean, I was on pretty much 100 ERS the whole time, just saving tires. I felt like I was kind of quicker because I got ahead of Tamada. I went into P3, but then I had a bit of a moment. But I felt like I had more pace. I could have been behind Mattia. Then when they lost DRS to Mattia, obviously he pulled away from us. So I was just at that point I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go long, and then just go into the softs and then try and get P2. So yeah, I kept on going. Obviously, luckily the safety car came up. I was actually gonna pit that exact lap. So yeah, pretty perfect timing. I went onto the softs. Now I knew the mediums were better, so like even though it might have seemed like on stream that I might have had a big chance of winning, the softs they're good for like 2.5 laps max, and then they completely fell off a cliff. So it was more about, because I knew Mattia would come through. Obviously it was extremely quick, but it was more about just staying in P2 and confirming P2, because obviously for all the pit stops. So yeah, obviously had a very good restart, probably one of my best restarts. Yeah, I had a second and a half, but then obviously Mattia came through. Then my tires just fell off a cliff, sector 2, sector 3, the lap before he passed me on the main straight. So yeah, at that point, I literally had the mindset that I wasn't going to win the race because I knew about the tires, but it was enough for me to hold on to P2. I know Berra passed me on the last corner, but he had a penalty, so
Well,
yeah, P2.
There's just,
I'm happy with that.
Just one point to tell you. You have been, I think, the only driver in the top 10 who hadn't had any warnings. Also, Mattia, Myth had warnings. Myth had 2 warnings, so yeah. Why not being close to Myth, and then he maybe goes a little bit wide, then you're winning another win, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the thing is, it was 3 seconds on the line, but yeah. I mean, I was pushing. Don't get me wrong for the soft stand. Sure. I don't get warnings. This is the thing. I practically never get time penalties or warnings. Like literally, most races I get 0 warnings. So it is what it is.
And hopefully it stays like that also in Imola. Yeah, and then after Imola we're gonna have some crazy tracks upcoming.
Is it Qatar after Imola?
Yes.
I definitely will be there for that race. Yes, I definitely will be there.
And then we're gonna have Singapore after Qatar. Also a really nice one. I like Singapore. I don't know why, but I like it even it's so narrow.
It's a good track.
Good racing track, and then we have Barcelona, also great track. Then Bahrain, then Portugal, and finally round 16 is Austin.
Austin, okay.
The last one.
Some very good tracks coming up. Yeah. Kota's going to be fun. Imola will be fun if I'm there. Qatar is the one I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to that. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, don't miss that, please. Yeah, hopefully you'll be able to drive that one at that day. It's the 16th of September. Just to let you know.
Qatar?
Yep.
Yeah, I will
In 2
definitely
weeks.
make that. I know 100% I will make that one. It's like I'll race 1 week guaranteed. The next week is not so much
Yeah.
because of work and stuff. So
Okay, easy, no worries. Yeah, thank you again for driving and congratulations
Mike.
again for P2. Yeah,
Thank
maybe
you.
in 2 weeks we see another win from you. Maybe also next week, let's see, in Imola.
Maybe,
Take care.
maybe, Mike.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, mate. Take care. Yeah.
Cheers. And now let's see if Myth is... yeah. Ciao, Mattia. Welcome,
Sure, mate.
welcome back to the Emerald.
Thank you. I missed this place quite a lot.
you came back after, I don't know, was it 8 races you missed, and then it's the Grand Prix of Italy, Monza, and the Italian driver is coming, 2-time Emerald champion. Yeah, and is winning a 5-lap race at the end. Very comfy, with over 3 seconds gap to P2. But
Yeah, I think I had a pace advantage over them. If there was no safety car, it would have been a bit easier, but I also got the fastest lap, which is fine. I'm not complaining.
Well, there is only one thing I need to talk with you. What about the restart? What was that?
The restart.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you what happened. I got a legal overtake on Andreas.
Yeah.
I was trying to let him go, but he was fuel saving in the middle of the straight, so it was impossible to let him go.
Well,
That's what happens.
we've been on your camera for the restart, and then I thought, no, he's going too early. Now he need to let Spaghetti pass, and then was it a Rogler who passed you? And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I saw the green flag. I said, okay, it's green flag, let's go. Apparently couldn't.
yeah, you have a
It
better...
wasn't a real green flag. It's a fake one.
Yeah, maybe you had a better reaction time than the old man Spaghetti, but let's see in the next rain in Imola. Yeah, Imola, what about Imola? You like Imola as well, or...?
It's also an Italian track, so if we continue the trend, hopefully, to win fastest lap, wouldn't be bad, would be ideal.
Well, you have the fastest lap here in Monza, then maybe we see you having the fastest lap and the track record as well in Imola. So next week is a sprint race. Sorry?
Did I get the track record?
Yes. I think it was in the last lap with a 120.1. For time being, the track record was on a 120.4 by Samuku from season 6. So you achieved the track record here in Monza. But yeah, let's wait for the sprint race in Imola. Maybe you do the same there. If you're able.
I like Monza a bit more.
Okay. But you're anyway a fast driver, and you just returned to the league and already going for the top position on P1. And yeah, you will have a good fight between you, the McLaren team, and the Haas team. Haas had only one driver today scoring some very good points. The other one didn't score too many points. And yeah, let's see. Let's keep it simple. And yeah, thank you for driving, Mattia. And
thank you for commentating them.
And yeah, any last words from your side? To Vera, to whoever.
One word is enough. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't really have many words. Just happy to be back in Emerald. Happy to be back in this community.
Cool to have you on board, Mattia. Thank you, and see you next week. Good evening.
See you next week.
Bye-bye. Cheers.
Bye.
Yeah, that was it. I don't know if you heard Mattia more or less correctly, and it was a little bit loud, but maybe the microphone was a little bit close to his mouth. But anyway, we heard him. That's a racing driver, and nice to have him back in the MRL. He comes back after 7 or 8 races missed, and he's going directly to P1. Next race again, as you know, Imola again in Italy. Let's see what he can achieve there and what the other drivers can achieve there if they're able to fight with him for P1, also for Nawaf, Berra, Sorti, etc. etc. There are many very fast drivers in the league. Let's, yeah, I can't wait for next Monday and hope to see you again here on the stream and wish you a happy week. Take care, have a good evening, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.